Gemini, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is an energy reading, guys. So yeah, if you're not a Gemini birthday and for some reason this message pops up on your feed, then it's for you. There's something here that's going to add to your life or clarify things for you at just this right, even if it's just this one time. It comes to you at just the right time. And this is where your message begins. This and that are true. Oh. Ooh, sometimes it's hard for me to be objective, but I'm going to try. This and that are true is probably my least favorite card, though I love dolphins. I think they're adorable. But you see two, right? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, boo-boo, come on, hop. Come on. My dog isn't feeling so well right now, so she's just a little bit tender. Two, just like in tarot, her name is Kisses, by the way, just FYI. Two, just like in tarot, is a very unstable number. It's when it doesn't mean something bad's happening. It just means you're at a crossroads. And so you're sort of in a situation where you're seeing both sides, and that can be very good, but it can also mean that you're stuck. But you should be stuck right now. Keep things light. Dolphin energy is very light, like this sense of, you know, it's catching air and it's a little bit underwater. It's catching air and it's a little bit underwater. So ultimately, there is that sense of waves happening to you right now. And the fact that maybe sometimes you can see somebody else's perspective or sometimes you can't see somebody else's perspective, or you keep wavering between two different decisions and you can't really make up your mind. That's fine. You want to know why? Mercury is in retrograde right now. It's in retrograde in Sagittarius. And I know that some of you could be watching this video like 2 years after I upload it. Go back to December, mid-December of 2024 and see what you were doing and what was happening in your life, because something in this cycle will relate to that. I can tell you that Mercury is in retrograde. It is in Sagittarius. It is not comfortable in Sagittarius to begin with, because it is the natural ruler of Gemini, which is your opposite sign, the sign directly opposite. I'm sorry. Gemini is, Sagittarius is the sign directly opposite from you on the zodiac wheel. And so it's at its detriment. That's what we call it in astrology. So it's at its detriment, which means it's at its most vulnerable. You know, it's not thinking precise and detailed the way that you normally think. And then the fact that it's in retrograde makes it even more sort of slower and lethargic and more introspective. So ultimately, Gemini, don't beat yourself up right now. Don't try to make decisions. What's happening right now is, like, think of it as exploration. Think of it as the adventure of gathering information. And part of gathering information is being able to see two different sides of things, two different versions of things, two different outlooks on things. This is perfect. And it's exactly what you want to be doing right now, because it's how you're going to be able to make an informed decision later. The information that you gather will help. And it's actually might be more in, like I said, introspective, because you're kind of thinking, well, how do I feel about something right now? I can tell you, when this card pops up, it's not a great time to make a decision. Use this as an exploratory period about how you feel about the circumstance you're asking about, and let yourself fluctuate. Let yourself think different things and go through different ups and downs, especially emotionally. There's nothing that you have to or should be settling on right now, but we're going to get a deeper perspective or insight into the situation and why this is so ambiguous right now, and maybe what both sides are. So Gemini, please remember that as I divide the deck, there are going to be cards that fall out. Good, because that's what I want them to do. They're part of the message. If you have just found this channel, welcome. My name is Michelle. Welcome to Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I've been making videos on YouTube for astrology and tarot for the past 5 years, and I've been enjoying every single minute of it. Well, not every single minute of it, but mostly good stuff. So please remember to go ahead and help the channel continue to grow and subscribe to Born Without Boundaries Tarot, and then ring that notification bell and select all notifications. That way you will get notified when I go live. And YouTube is the only place where I go live and do free public tarot card readings. So if you'd like to participate in those, then please do subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for personal readings, I provide those as well. The only place that you can schedule them with me is my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. You can book and schedule with me at your earliest convenience. I don't think I have any availability left this week, but you could check. You'll always get your message within 24 hours. For those of you sound sensitive, please turn down the volume now. I'm going to cleanse the energy with a sound bowl. I got into a deep meditative state with that one. That was really interesting. So only one card has come out with this deck so far, Gemini. But what I want to get a deeper understanding of is what are they stuck on? What's the tricky situation? What's the consideration from both sides? Okay, so this deck isn't talking anymore. That's okay. This and that are true. Tell me more. There's a new idea. So this is consideration of something new, of a new concept, or this sense of something is too new. Some conversation that you're having is too new. There's just this sense of you're not quite sure yet, and the cards confirm you shouldn't be sure yet. You should not make up your mind yet. When the Page of Swords comes out, there's a sense of keep yourself open-minded to a lot of different ideas or beliefs. Then we have Cancerian energy, which is to move forward. So there's an energy of moving forward. So it's, what do you mean though? Like before you choose which direction, the sense of, oh, if you want to make the most progress, keep yourself open to different ideas. Don't make up your mind yet. That will create the most movement and progress. It's not about playing both sides at all. It's about keeping your mind open to the different possibilities. This also speaks to maybe experience or a comprehension of the fact that it is most productive for you. Somebody here is stuck between deciding, do I want to move or do I not want to? And this is about a love situation or a connection. Maybe not love, but connection with somebody else. Do I want to move back home? Do I want to move closer to this person? Do I want to move forward? Do I want to have a conversation with this person? This is somebody from your past, somebody who may have been from your hometown, or somebody who may have an old friend, somebody that you've been reminiscing on, opening up the lines of communication from a situation from the past that you would have liked to see move forward. This is some Mercury retrograde stuff. So there could be a communication that has just come in from somebody from the past, or you are somebody that is saying they want to make moves or move forward. And honestly, Gemini, it is making the suggestion that you should keep your mind open and keep thinking about it or contemplating it, not necessarily make a decision on this right now. Everything is upright, so it is pleasant. This could be a Virgo. This could be somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while. I gotta tell you, there's more to this story. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. Something didn't move forward or didn't work out in the past. Something kind of stayed static. What this card is telling me is this person hasn't changed. So whoever this is, I don't care if it's a boss or a work situation. I don't care if it's a lover. This person hasn't changed. With the Seven of Pentacles, they are really fine with things with themselves. They're really fine with things being as is or keeping things status quo. They're quite content in their certainty of their own value. It doesn't have to be conceit or arrogance. This is just this sense of certainty and security. And this could be somebody who likes their independence. Usually this is Virgo energy for me, but ultimately there's just this sense of something that wasn't working out. Maybe it didn't work out because of somebody's independence or somebody, they like to be single. They wanted to stay single, right? Well, with the Seven of Pentacles, I can say this hasn't changed, or at least somebody is still in contemplation of that. They're not certain or sure. Okay, so what should Gemini do? What should Gemini do? I have to say, in terms of you on your side, the message I'm picking up is they're finally giving you credit where credit is due. There is a sense of there wasn't any movement forward. There was stagnation. That's usually the word I use with Seven of Pentacles. Whatever didn't work. Something didn't work. Maybe it didn't work because they didn't see your value. Well, there's a sense of them seeing your value now, maybe because something else didn't work for them. Okay. There is movement forward or movement away from this. It could be that things are quite the same in that somebody will eventually end up moving on or moving forward. But this could also be an indication that things could move forward or problems could be solved. There could be solutions found to whatever the circumstance is that held it back. Six of Swords is usually problem solving. It's usually a sense of whatever the issues were, I'm thinking my way through them. I'm using my thoughts to process what happened. So that's kind of what it's encouraging you to do. Use all the information that's coming in, stand in your power, and use all the information that's coming in to work through whatever circumstance this is, and then move forward based on what you see or what you know or what you understand to be true. Right? Okay, so Gemini, move on from this is what I keep hearing. But there is some sort of movement forward or offer to move forward. Be aware. I'm not saying beware, but Nine of Wands implies that, there's something to be on guard about. Use your experience. That's what the Nine of Wands really is about. Your experience won't let you allow just anything in. So if you feel defensive, and this is what you're on the fence of, there's an offer that's come in, or somebody that wasn't interested is interested now, whether that had been a boss, a company, or a love interest, it doesn't matter. It's like, okay, but the Nine of Wands showing up indicates that you're too smart to just rush into something gung-ho. It's like, be aware because you have experience with this situation, and be on guard because you should. There's a sense of too much about this time around to just sort of be whimsical and devil may care, or not devil may care, but like open and innocent. You're not innocent. Nine of Wands, there's no innocence left. There's a sense of, I've been through many battles. I've earned all these wands, and that's why I'm not taking any bullshit, and I'm not falling for any bullshit. And then we have the Justice card that came out. So there is that sense of higher wisdom, of not just wanting what's good for right now, but what's good in general. And there's a strong sense of balance and justice here with regards to this circumstance. So ultimately, it's almost like saying divine timing, like let the situation work itself out or make itself clear to you. But I definitely want to dig in a little bit to this Libra energy, to this justice. What is this? The Emperor. So no, but so these are opposing, these are opposites. So this is a sense of somebody here. I don't know if it's you or them. It's probably you. I don't know if it's you or them. You're having trouble choosing, or you're not sure right now, do I want my independence or do I want partnership? Do I want to go into business with somebody or do I want to go out on my own? Do I want to take this job or do I want to be an entrepreneur? Do I want this relationship or do I want to remain single and just be able to, you know, do what I want and act in my own power? Understandably, that's a difficult position to be in, but really not, because when you get these two opposites, the Emperor clarified the Justice card, which means the divine counterparts, Aries and Libra energy on the scale are also, like I talked about, Sagittarius is your direct opposite on the zodiac wheel, and that's where Mercury is now, which is why you're sort of a little bit more dualistic than you normally are, and your whole thing is duality, right? But there's just this, it's not so much dualistic as in two different versions, it's just the divine balance, the divine counterpart. And so what that means is this card clarifying its opposite is that you're not supposed to choose between the two. You're supposed to find the balance between the two. So it's not a yes or a no decision to make. It's a how are these both connected? What is the point where they're both where they both meet? Now, in terms of partnership and individuality, the place where they both meet is you can't have a good partnership without two strong individuals. People who know themselves well enough to set boundaries very clearly, but also be sympathetic and empathetic to other people. And the stronger you are and the more confidence you have in yourself, the more compassionate you are. And the more experience you have. There's some energy here where their experience is how you moving forward. You're moving forward because of your experience with this circumstance, a lot more confident and competent than you were before, because you're starting to see how opposites are actually counterbalances of each other. So let's continue on with the card. So it's not a sense of yes or no, should I or shouldn't I? It's how do I do this? So let's see, how does Gemini do this? Let's get some advice. I know my puppy's not feeling good. She got sick 3 times now. So we're just going to give the little belly a rest. Is that okay? You okay? Your mama says okay. Thank you for letting her be with me right now. She just needs me. She's so cute. Look at that little face. Look at that little face. I just wanted to show you guys because it's so cute. So cute right now. Okay. So let Gemini know. Okay, so God wants you to know that there's still a lot of conflicts. God wants to confirm that there's still a lot of conflicts when it comes to settling down, and there's or literally, if you want me to read it, there's conflict, competition, or red tape with regards to a Taurus or an industry, like somebody who is a Taurus, or an industry, or the powers that be, or the status quo, or tradition, the things that always are. So that's where you're getting your biggest blocks here. That's what's actually the biggest challenge. If you can figure out how to deal with the challenges that are coming from that immovable force that is Taurus, that something that feels immovable, something that feels like it's been so established you just don't have any chance against it, or just all the requirements of the status quo, all the requirements of the industry or the company or the rules, or financial conflict could be with Taurus energy as well. This could also indicate a contemptuous marriage or difficulties or struggles that you're having within a marriage. Be aware of that, because somebody that you're dealing with or you is going to face the challenges of conflicts in marriage, conflicts with an institution, right? Whether it be your boss or your industry that you're in or your marriage, but you're having conflicts because of this institution or within this institution. So ultimately, there's a sense of you've got a lot to work on before you're able to make this decision, but you are correct. You are correct. There's too many conflicts. There's too many fights. There's too many people who think they should be leader. Everybody wants to be a chief. Nobody wants to be, that might be derogatory, but everybody wants to be a leader. Nobody wants to be a follower, but that's not possible. There's just this sense of a lot of pettiness that's happening right now with regards to whatever this commitment or institution that you're dealing with or person that you're dealing with is. And so you are right to get more information. You are also right that there are blocks, and the blockages are within these quarrels or these fights or this different way of looking at things. So taking time right now to see both sides or to see both sides of the situation. So almost like if you're dating somebody and they're always talking bad about their ex, get the other side, because there's something you're going to want to know. Or there's an indicator that you need to understand the situation better and not just listen to one side of things. Let's go to the extended and we'll continue this information and then get deeper into the reading. I'll see you guys there. Link is down below. I've also pinned it to the top of the comment section.